Hi, you reached live Stinnett stream. That right there is a picture of me, Jacob Eugene Stinnett, age 33, 16 years in prison, 4 times in prison altogether. Right next to me is my beautiful daughter, Kayla Alexa Yeager, 15 years old, volleyball player for Central High School, math whiz. This, I'm going to tell you, is a little story about my life and how I've started to change my life from being a punk teenager to institutionalized to being the father figure that I should be and should have been 15 years ago. Thank you for coming and watching this. Hopefully, one of these days, I'll have my own show to help people out with their life and their kids or whatever. Where do I get started? Let me take a drag of this e-cigarette real quick. All right. My mother was an alcoholic, and me and my brother lived in Portland for a long time. My mom used to go to work. She was a bartender. She'd get off at 5, go drink, come home. Electricity be turned on and off every other month. You know what I mean? We barely had any food except for top ramen Pop Tarts. We ran around Portland. Me and my brother. We did what we wanted because my mom wasn't around. My father was living in Salem at the time, not really getting his life together, partying, doing this, doing that. They were divorced already. Me and my brother, to sum it all up, we ended up moving back to Salem with my father when we couldn't handle my mom drinking so much. So my dad had set rules in the house, of course, and discipline, And when comes discipline, there comes kids, trying to find a way to not, have to be disciplined, I guess you could say. And I was already basically set in my own ways. My brother was, he was a pretty good kid. Well, I started smoking weed, hanging out downtown Salem, Oregon, and went from weed to drinking to crystal meth. Oh yeah, see, I got all my teeth still, and I'm 33, but I look like I'm 25. But I kind of wish that I looked 33 and I didn't do 16 years in prison and 4 times in prison. But I'll get to that. I went to prison, or I went to OYA, Oregon Youth Authority, when I was 16 years old, and I ended up getting a high-speed chase while on crystal meth, and ended up wrecking. Went OYA for 2 years for almost hitting a police officer. Thank God I didn't, or else I'd be spending the rest of my life in juvie and prison. He jumped in front of the car, pulled out the gun. I kept continuing to hit the gas, but then I swerved out of the way. They still charged me with it, and I went away for 2 years. I did what I did. I deserve what I got. I got out, started using meth again, and not even 2 months later, I went to prison for a Berg 1 and a UMV for stealing a car. I got out for a couple months, started using again, started doing anything and everything. I was living with my dad at the time, taking advantage of him, and I shouldn't have been, I was doing anything I wanted, and I shouldn't have been. I should have been taking care of my daughter Kayla that I knew was born, but I thought she was adopted, and I figured she'd have a better life than what me or her mom could give her. That's not an excuse, though. I should have been there for all the crimes that I've ever done. I'm guilty of. So 2002, March, I decided to rob a bank, and I was going to try to sell drugs. Well, I started doing more crystal meth after I robbed the bank. I got told on by somebody and went to prison for 7.5 years. The charge was rob 2, measure 11, in UMV, which was 83 months. I was at Columbia River outside work crew, and I took off from outside work crew in 2006 over a female. She got beat up by some dude, and she came to visit me with a black eye, so I ran from outside work crew. Again, not an excuse. I was in Washington County this time, and I was living with a girlfriend, and we were doing really good, but I couldn't find a job, and I was running from my parole in Salem, Marion County. Well, I ended up going on a high-speed chase with 3 guns in the car. Not really wrecked the car, abandoning the car, but I got tackled and tased and everything else. I was in county jail fighting my case for 16 and a half months. They were trying to give me 60 months for felon possession of firearm. I ended up getting 25 months for that. While I was in Washington County Jail, I was working for CFM in the kitchen, inmate work, whatever. I was assistant baker for about 3 months, and then the main baker left, and I took over. That's what I like to do. I got a certificate in it. I got out of prison. I think it was July. Yeah, July 8th I got out of prison. I was 32 years old. My birthday is July 22nd. I ended up hitting up my ex on Facebook to see if she had heard about my daughter or anything, and she told me that she had custody of Kayla. And I was fucking ecstatic at it, and I was like, look, I want to meet my daughter if she wants to meet me. And bless Melinda's heart, she was like, yeah, you know what, I'm not going to take you out of her life. If she wants to be in your life, then that's her choice. She's 15 years old. So I ended up meeting Kayla for the first time at the park in Salem over off Broadway Street. Kayla's the most beautiful person there is in the heart, in the looks, and everything. She looks like me. She looks like her mom. You know, she's 15 years old. She's responsible. She's nothing like I was. And I thank God for that every day. Every day I see her, I'm fucking happy. I'm the happiest father that could ever be on this planet. I'm trying to get my life together. Don't have a job. I'm living with my girlfriend Kimberly and her mom. I'm not living off them though, like people usually do when they, use women. I do stuff around the house. I just did a dresser, sanded down the dresser, and I'm going to sand down another one and hopefully paint it by today. I do yard work, I clean the house. I cook too. I know how to cook. I guess I get that from my grandfather. He passed away. He was at OSP when he passed away of stomach cancer. What really messed me up was my father passed away in 2003 of lung cancer, and I wasn't there for him. And my brother was, and I feel like a piece of shit for that. But what can I say, I chose the gang life and started, using drugs, and I'm not gonna lie, I had fun in prison. I enjoyed prison. But since being out, it's so hard to get from that institutionalized to back to society. But being able to walk down the street and have the wind blow in my face, smoke a cigarette, whether it's e-cigarette, whatever, I can use the bathroom whenever I want. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to make my bed. I don't have to do anything. It's beautiful. I can wake up with a beautiful woman next to me in bed, Kimberly Dawson, and know that she loves me. I can wake up and go to my daughter's house and go see her and make her shine. I can do everything that I'm supposed to do and that I want to do in life out here in society. I have a homeboy named Kyle. We kind of kicked it the other day, and it was cool. I haven't seen him for a while, but I don't know. This is my first YouTube video, Jacob Eugene Stinnett, live. You can email me at jakesinnett at gmail, or no, STI. It's jakestinn. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. It's jakesinnett288 at gmail.com. I will be doing live videos again, but this is just my amateur video right here. And then I'm going to do some baking ones where I'm baking, in the kitchen. I just want to let everybody know that's been in prison, been to jail, has been there, done that, whatever. I'm just letting you know, I feel lucky to be out here and look younger than I am. It's because I'm prison preserved, whatever, because I work out, I stay healthy, I have all my teeth, so I'm not a meth head, you guys can tell. I used to be, I'm not going to lie, but I never did all that stupid shit that everybody does. You can change too. And if you need help, you can email me and I'll talk to you. I don't have a problem with that. You guys have a nice day. And you guys will be seeing me soon on Jacob Stinnett live YouTube. Alright, have a beautiful day.